Hey, nerds! Oh my gosh, this is like the third, fourth take of this already, but anyway. So anyway, I'm doing a sketchbook update. I kind of fell out of using this particular sketchbook, which is the 600-page one that the Sketchbook Slam people had done videos on and drew in 30 days, which is crazy. And this isn't, yeah, obviously, this one's not a Sketchbook Slam tour video. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I never do an official artist challenge on this particular channel, but who knows the future. But anyway, I kind of moved on to a different sketchbook, and kind of this one, and because it's smaller and a little bit more portable, way more light compared to this bad boy, 600 pages, and it's really big, too big to go on my cluttered desk and stuff. But anyway, just to show you, just to give you some motivation and inspiration, that is from November 20th in 2018, and wow, that got really smudged. And it's even worse on the back, in terms of smudging, the last time you saw it. Anyway, just a little quick, a comparison doodle of, this is, February 7th, 2019, this year, as of the time of making this video, and that's, the 20th of November of last year, and this is here, this year, months later, same character even, and oh my gosh, his right eye is visible, but it's not here anymore, because he has longer hair, yay! Anyway, so yeah, I feel personally, drastic improvement in terms of, even drawing eyes, face proportions, noses even, and just style habits, and most noticeably in the hair, how I draw hair right now. And this drawing right here in general is, my favorite drawing I've done of my OC David, that is. But that's not exactly what we're here to look at. We left off with this little doodle. Anyway, so yeah, if you don't know, I'm creating, a series called Dybbuk Debunked, and I'm trying to get it off the ground and stuff, and, create a whole series on it. And, right after that last sketchbook update I gave you guys, for some reason, immediately after I did it and uploaded it, there was this very short period where I was I couldn't draw, I don't know, the streak kind of left me very briefly. I don't know. Thankfully, that's not happening right now, because I did a lot of drawing just now, wow. In terms of, character designing for the same Dybbuk story. Anyway, this was gonna be a doodle of David, but I didn't finish it, obviously, because I guess I didn't like it or didn't feel like it at the time, because I kind of lost motivation immediately after that last video. And this is my OC Moody stuff, or Maudlin, I don't know, I got that name from Corpse Bride. Anyway, this is a thumbnail for an illustration, but I'm not exactly gonna turn this particular idea into a fully fledged illustration. At least as far as I know, if Dybbuk Debunked, this illustration is a reference to the Dybbuk box, And this right here is the finished thumbnail, the actual thumbnail of the actual piece I want to make, and I'm trying to work on right now. Anyway, yeah, I also have this a new sketchbook that I have that is specifically for all my thumbnails, those little mini doodles of those sketchy, very loose doodles that are meant to plan out illustrations, finished illustrations, so yeah. Just some beta fish doodles. Yeah. Anyway, this is I gotta make sure. Oh. Anyway, sometimes I just censor a lot of my doodle or my spoilers with various pieces of paper that I tape over or whatever. Anyway, this is I also had a very short, thankfully, very short period where I briefly lost the touch in terms of being able to create character designs that I liked and stuff. Anyway, but thankfully that changed and went away. This is I don't know if I specified in the very last sketchbook video, but this is the part where I become obsessed with drawing hair and stuff. This is Lavinia, her name's not Ethelene anymore, but Lavinia or Lena Maybelline Stillinger. And this is her. Doodles of her. and her dress design and stuff. She's one of the characters featured in that Hexed Vexation drawing that I made and uploaded a speed paint of. So yeah. More character designing turnarounds for Modeline or Moody and Lavinia or Lena sisters. This is Lavinia. Wait, no. This is Moody. Or Modeline. You know, I don't know. This is their older brother and the eldest, like, son in the Stillinger family, in the Dybbukverse story, that is. This is, start the pencils a little shiny in places. This is, William Manfred Lee Stillinger and stuff. Yeah. Wait. I'm not exactly a fan of that doodle. Didn't come out the way I wanted to, even at the time, but, yeah, if I don't like a doodle, then I just end up liking it for how I drew the hair. That's kind of it. That's kind of, like, the hair does it for me. Like, if I don't like the pose or anything, or the facial expression, then I'll just like it for the hair, I guess, how I drew their hair. This is, Montgomery Arthur Boyd Stillinger and stuff. One of, Moody, Lena, and William Manfred Lee Stillinger's brother. Stuff, their 12-year brother. And this is, Herman Walter Kell Stillinger and stuff, another one of their siblings. And this is Joey Tom Moira Stillinger. Their baby brother and stuff, you know. And I did post like a speed drawing video of this doodle. It's called Household Hoodlums. It obviously wouldn't take that much digging. It's a relatively recent video on my channel of me just sketching this. I don't think I'll be able to do like traditional sketching videos or traditional speed drawing videos because they're kind of hard for me to do. The setup is kind of hellish for me. Anyway, this is their dad, the kiddo's dad, named Frank. Pencil's kind of shiny. Franklin Sawyer Stillinger. This is their dad. I really wait a minute. Yeah, this is the doodle that I like, especially for the hair, how I drew the hair and stuff. He's supposed to be more. I picture him being more like broader shouldered, like bulkier than that, but I think I made it to the point that oh, crack. I don't even know what that was. Oh, I guess it was nothing exactly. So, I don't know. Wouldn't have made a difference because not much. Anyway, trying to figure out their mother I got it fell down from placement. Anyway, this is Lizzie Moore Dillon, or those kids' mother, not polygamous, but still. Anyway, this is Mikhailo Podorozhikov and stuff, and he has really long hair and I like it. And this is Catterall, Miyoshi Catterall, he's cute. Oh, I love these characters so much. This is like, sometimes I do have, like, the size issues in which I draw the head too big. Even if I draw the head first and try to draw the body with it, the head, it kinda, even right now, kinda ends up too big. Lizzie Concept, she looks a lot different than that. This is, Miyoshi Bobby Koopa, Robot Koopa Senior. He has a son also named Robot Koopa. This is a concept doodle of Edison Ed Mayhew Koopa. Trying to get better at drawing characters of color. Hopefully nothing I see in this video is thought of as racist, and that's never the intention. But I'm trying to draw characters of various backgrounds and various appearances, so yeah. This is Dayfon Rain, Stevie Cooper, OC, in an awesome outfit. This is, I can't, anyway. This is their dad. Even right now, I kind of am struggling to draw him in the way I picture. Yeah. Anyway, this is, Phoenix Delani Ray Koopa. One of the Cooper kids and stuff. And, this is like a concept doodle of a concept sketch of a scene. Oh gosh, my nose. Like a scene in the first chapter, prologue chapter. I don't know if I'll use it like this, like I planned, but I still like the doodle. I still like it. This is like my OC David as a kid, but he obviously the head's so big, but he looks a bit more like my OC Eddie. Like David is he's supposed to be like not fat per se, but not even, I don't know, just broader shoulder, just I don't know, just a bigger and not quite as scrawny looking, I guess. That's okay. More like this, yeah. But still, I don't think so in terms of his face looking like that. And I like these doodles, like my OC Edmund Fletcher, I almost forgot his name. Eddie, my OC Eddie. I like this doodle, this full body doodle, and I like both of these as well. And 4 acne pimples, so, you know, puberty, and turning into an adult. This is my OC Emily Vesperpool. And an outfit design for her that I love. Oh my gosh, I love this character so much. And stuff. And this is Rodangela Leandra Iliana Orsina Beta de Aquaronio C. And if you follow me on Instagram, you're not really missing out on much because I post all kinds of things, all kinds of doodles I do with my own hands, even sketchier doodles like this. That I post almost everything to Instagram. So yeah, you might have seen this if you come from Instagram. Just figuring out what the most extreme form that Dybbuk can take on, and those are just notes. And this is that doodle of the snippets. Harold Frederick Detroit Talton and Jenny Tolston, the mother, and John Edward Snippet Tolston Talton, the son. They're the family. They're the family in the Dybbuk verse that is known for their skills with scissors, and it's a horror story. It's a horror story, so you can probably guess what happened to them. What ended up happening to them. This doodle of David. I had a phase where I couldn't draw him exactly the way I often picture him, and this one is still my favorite doodle of him. But finally, I found a way to draw him the way I want to, just make his face, like, a bit longer, I guess? I don't know. And maybe a few other things, but I kind of found out how to fix not being able to draw him the way I pictured. I'm not sure if I entirely like these two doodles. I'm not sure. I don't exactly like that one, because that doesn't really look like him, the character. And there's more stuff, more ideas. Who's the... Oh, my FD Charles the Fraft. And, Chimney Sweep. I'm still trying to figure out what a Chimney Sweep character would look like. Then an old concept doodle of OC who works in the mines, you know. Another, tossed aside doodle, like old concept doodle of a character who lives in the mines, or works in them. Oops. More doodles of, like, character stuff, trying to figure out all kinds of stuff. You know. This is like Frankie, that character, Franklin Sawyer Stillinger, the dad character you saw earlier. That's him when he was a kid, a tortured little kid. And that's Lizzie, his wife, when she was a kid, when they first met. Aw, that's so cute. Anyway, another concept thumbnail that I didn't end up using because I don't like the composition personally. And the doodle of Franklin and Lizzie on their wedding day. Maybe she'll have that hairstyle. Not that dress, obviously, but maybe that hairstyle in their younger days. I don't know. And this is Frankie and Lizzie again. When around the same time they first met. And that's Emily Vespapool with different hairstyles. She has self-doubt about her natural curled brown hair. And she used to grow it out a bit so she could wear her hair in different hairstyles because, you know, self-doubt sucks. But yeah, wait a minute, was there something else I wanted to say about her? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, this is Frankie Sawyer Stillinger again, but younger days. You know, this is the first concept of my OC Magpie, or Margaret Crawford Colvin. And by the way, I'm trying to be a bit more brief in my talking of these drawings because last time, the last sketchbook video was an hour long and that killed my voice the last time. Oh my gosh, I needed to drink a lot of liquid to heal my throat that time. Anyway, I like how that hairstyle came out, and I like the first doodle of concept of George Sebastian Louis Malthrop. Because my brother is also named Louis. But anyway, oh gosh, voice crack. That's the first, like, preliminary doodle of him, and I don't know who that was supposed to be originally. This is, the final design of his face and his outfit for George Sebastian Louis Malthrop. And that's another first-time doodle and preliminary doodles of him. It was gonna look like this. I saw an actor, or I don't know if he's officially an actor yet, like a guy. I saw a guy, like, off of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts website, and they're like an drama or dramatic art, like, acting school, and there was a guy who, like, would have graduated, like, this year, and my beautiful kitty is here, because you need your cat in the frame, don't you? Anyway, this face was modeled after a student who would be graduating this year, 2019, but I just like this face better in the end, I guess. More concepts of Margaret Crawford Colvin, you know, the most goth character. She was supposed to look more fluffy like this, but she looks a bit more goth right now. The final design, at least. This is he's got a simple outfit design, but I like it. And kitty. Oh, you just made the sketchbook video better, didn't you? Anyway, this is my OC Samuel Tita. Anyway, British accent. Anyway, I like this doodle too of him, of his hair. But I need to show me loving my kitty for a few seconds. Is she gonna purr? Is she gonna make this video even more better with her audio? Her musical purring? Oh, yes she will. Yes she will. Oh, kitty. Anyway, I'll get to loving you later, kitty. This is my OC, Douglas Walton Vale. Or wait, Douglas, I think that's his name, at least. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm really obsessed with drawing hair at this point in time, 2nd of February. And, the shading, and adding cross-hatching to in my traditional sketches. This is Dougie, and, this is, a bunch of writing underneath. Anyway. Oh wait, that's not it. That's not it. That was an old concept doodle of the hairstyle for Narissa Conway. She used to have fish bones in her hair and weird stuff like that. And this was originally gonna be Narissa Conway, like her hairstyle and her face and everything. But now she's a bit older, you know, like she's now 18, and this is gonna go to a different character. And my mom printed out some art pieces that I did, digital art pieces I did. And not my mom, my art teacher, oops. So this is like on a pretty good paper, like or card or whatever you want to call it. It was printed out on fancy, a little bit more higher quality stuff, you know? Anyway, so my art teacher had some pieces of mine that she liked and printed them out for me and stuff. This is a doodle of the current Narissa Conway's outfit, I guess. And wait. Oh yeah. Anyway. Oh gosh. Everything's falling out. Anyway, this was gonna be Ida Vince Walters, Ida's hairstyle. This is gonna be like her medieval or debut outfit. This will, but not her debut hairstyle. Not anymore, at least. As of right now. It belongs to a different character, like a character named Petracardia that I have and I'm developing right now. It belongs to a character named Petracardia, so keep that OC name in mind, that I already have her design intent figured out in that sketchbook in my newest one. Anyway, so far, the most lewd drawing I have so far in recent times, like David and Emily, and you can probably get, and it's also done on Valentine's Day, and you can probably guess hint what they're up to in that picture, or what they had just been up to. Anyway, this is like figuring out the design for my OC Dexter Dorsey, and that looks so much like David. I don't know, just the beard and the hair, I guess, does it, anyway, to make it look like that. Anyway, I was gonna have, like, this, like, David or something, or live in, like, an abandoned workhouse or something, but I guess not. Or I still want to use this building design, but probably not that way exactly, as in a house that people live in, like an ordinary house, but just a workhouse. Put the work in the house, whatever, bad thing, I just tried to say. Anyway, more doodles for David went with this more rounder face, I guess, until I elongated it, I guess. This is sketches of Richard Parker, full body and outfit design for Richard Parker, and I'm still trying to figure out how to draw shoes, you know, the pointier shoes. Anyway, this is like design, full body design for Richard Parker in the Dybbuk story. Anyway, what is all this? All this. Some of this might contain spoilers. Oh, there. A little doodle. Anyway, a cute doodle. I still want to use that character design for, like, a mini avatar, maybe? Avatar to, like, represent me or something? I don't know. Maybe I won't use it for, like, social media icons, but I'll try to maybe use it for, like, bonus stuff, like, meet the artist stuff type of thing. I don't know, here's, like, an environment concept of, like, for the prologue chapter, the very, very, very first chapter, you know, of the Dybbuk story. The very first scene takes place in, like, a cathedral area, and that reminds me of Notre Dame, what happened to it recently. I hope they can fix it. Doodle of, like, a police uniform, stuff like that. And, I don't know if any of you guys, like, remember that, like, already older. In fact, it was from, like, August 11th of last year. It's gonna be almost, in a few months, this piece will be a year old. Anyway, of that piece, drawing that I did called Omen. And it's also a speed art video, you know. Even the part, you know, this area part of it, like this, the icon, my YouTube icon, it's even a speed paint video. And, another thing that my art teacher, like, printed out on a pretty cool and reflecty, shiny paper or stuff. Anyway, here's Richard Parker, his updated face. I'm pretty sure you got a glimpse of this current updated face in the last video, but I don't know, but it looked a bit different in terms of style, you know, that's my updated style. Anyway, this is Tucker Nuck Pym Tucket OC. How did you know that it's a reference to Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket, Edgar Allan Poe's only finished novel? Anyway, the second version always comes out better than the first iteration because, and not like either of them are bad, but this one, the second attempt, oh my gosh. Which one do you like better? You show the second attempt all the way, you know? figuring out more characters with like, for a character named Leodin O'Leary. I always say Leodin, but, like, the name Leia, like Princess Leia, but apparently it's, like, pronounced Leodin, like, because, like, the Leodin O'Leary, and wow, that is, like, gotta be one of the most stereotypical Irish surnames ever. Anyway, with the O. Right next to O'Reilly, I bet. But anyway, this Leodin character is Irish, if you couldn't tell from the surname, but, it has, like, another one of the most stereotypical hair colors in Irish history, red hair, or strawberry blonde, just orange hair, and, she's actually based on, like, a real-life person named Leodin Dunley. I assume she should try to get herself out in the open, like she wants to be an actor, I would assume, because, well, this year in 2019, she's, like, graduating from RADA, or the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, and stuff. So, I don't know, I assume that means she would want to be an actor and get her face out there, but who knows. Another doodle. First doodle of Leodin, but Myopsy, but that didn't turn out exactly. This is an old doodle, no idea when I drew it, but I don't know, I see somewhat of an early resemblance to how I draw hair, you know? I don't know. Like, making the strands into, like, big chunks, like, flowing out of the head. I actually really like it to this day, like, especially that hand and that part of the neck, dang. Anyway, here's more of Rosangela Leandra, Ileana Orsina Beta di Aquaroni. I like this, and this kind of looks a little bit strange, but in my opinion, like the angle of the face, you know, at least compared to this one. And her outfit design, her current outfit design that I have chosen, and there is not much else. David, when in teenage years, and, more stuff. I still gotta figure out what he looks like, you know. This is like a concept art for Rosangela's mom, and she was originally supposed to somewhat resemble the singer Cheryl, you know, the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent judge, you know, I think, you know, that Cheryl, you know. But apparently my art style wouldn't allow for that at the time, and I kind of chose a different direction of what Rosangela's mom's face will look like, and hair, completely different. But Cheryl's still pretty, nothing wrong with her. That's why I wanted her mother, Rosangela's mother, to originally look like her. Nothing wrong with her. And, more trying to figure out Rosangela's mother's designs that looked like Lewis Carroll. That's, like, a card that I got from, like, my math teacher. Like, if we didn't do our homework, like, we didn't do it on time, we didn't turn it in on time, then, they would make us, like, they would give us this card, and it's this Happy Happy Club. It's essentially, like, a detention, or just staying in after school to just do your homework that you didn't turn in, because that's the happiest thing in the world, you know. Anyway, more doodles, and, I really like this outfit doodle. I think I will use it for the character that it was meant to be for, originally. Oh, this stuff. Obsessed with drawing hair and stuff. Is there more? No, there's not much more writing, and that's the original outfit design for Rosangela's mother, but not going with that. Casimir Obolensky, but kind of looks random, because that doesn't quite look like him in my opinion, nor does that. Casimir Obolensky is a Russian character, but I find, like, there is, in fact, like, a character named Yuri, and who is Russian, probably one of the most used Russian names ever, or most stereotyped or common Russian names that us Westerners hear of, right next to Nikita or Nikolai. And, I just thought of COD Zombies doing that. Anyway, he looks a bit different, like, I guess my style kind of changed in a weird way. Anyway, here are just some doofy doodles. I was trying to come up with, you know, just doofier OCs, you know, that I just draw for fun, and this is like a Ningen, that, you know, that cryptid, you know, that ocean cryptid, and I tried coming up with a squid guy, you know. And I don't know if you saw this. This is like a design for like a Mochi OC that I did that I had a long time ago, and I'm probably gonna do for fun, draw for fun. Umio, the Ningen OC. I love him so much too. And weightlifting. But I don't really plan on making that into a big story and stuff. And here's another doodle, a concept of Rosangela's mother that I'm not gonna exactly use nowadays. And this is David as a baby in his baby-faced years, you know, like teenage years or something. Before he grew his beard and his mustache that he has now, his equally ginger beard and his mustache. These are concepts of other concepts of David, but this doesn't really come off to me as David, you know, like this one at least, even for younger days. Toddler David in his Victorian outfit. And this is when, like, this is when I start to fall out of wanting to work in this particular sketchbook. It's too big, and, I don't know, kind of, like, got bored with it in a way. I still love it. This is still one of my favorite sketchbooks I've drawn in terms of the actual drawings in a very long time. This is supposed to be another OC. I call it the Merc Monster, you know, but at the same time, this style of the face, like, I just added those straps and those stitched open eyes on my own accord, but this still feels like it just feels like a super unoriginal design, because I bet it, like, just like creatures like the Rake and other cryptids even have that same style of sunken in eyes, cheeks, and teeth. So yeah, that's super unoriginal, even with additions like the straps and the stitched open eyes. That's super unoriginal. Even stitched open eyes in its own right is unoriginal. And that's another OC that you would see in the next sketchbook video when I make that one video. Trying to figure out design. I like how that looks, dang. And trying to figure out more medieval styled outfit, or 1500s at the very least. And this is like that's the last page here. I don't know, just some doofy doodles. Like, I don't know, I was gonna make like a spin-off series, like, don't pay attention to that stuff's really old. This is the recent stuff. This is the last doodle I've done in recent times in the sketchbook. This is, before I'm gonna kinda call it quits in this one. But I was trying to come up with, like, a doofy side story of, like, all the Dybbuk characters and birds of some type. And this is, like, Tucker Nook, Hickory, Pierce Dudley, and, Hugh Williams all as vultures, because, you know, they cannibalized Richard Parker. And wonderful, not completely family-friendly jazz, and that's it for all the recent stuff I've done in this particular sketchbook, and probably the last doodles I'll do in this sketchbook. So now on to these doodles. I've shown you this already, and that one's not as much exciting. And here's like figuring out profile views of David, my OC. He's also my biggest self-insert of an OC ever. And I like how his hair works. His hair really, like, covers his right eye completely. So yeah, that's just figuring out profile views of him. Here's that workhouse doodle concept art that I did, I'll still use it, but not in the original way that I planned, like, people, like, living in it like a normal house or something. You know that, like, cathedral scene concept art, like, you know, things like have those tapestries or, like, images, cloth images hanging around everywhere with religious, like, stuff, you know, going on. You had a concept for a Lizzie, you know, that OC. Another one of her, Lizzie, or at least she looks a bit different than that, even in terms of hairstyle. This is a concept idea for my OC, Anastasia Radziwiłłona, if that's even how you pronounce it. It's a Polish name. Yeah, for her hair, but she's not exactly gonna look like that. And another outfit design. And, another OC. I figured out who this guy's gonna be, not a Hank guy, even though I actually like the name Hank, you know. This is Dexter Dorsey, an older iteration of him with a more Victorian outfit, but he's not really gonna have a Victorian outfit right now. This is his final face design. And that's his original medieval outfit, and that's a random doodle right there. That looks kind of silly. And this is Giulio Beniamino Lamberto Diaccoroni, that Rosangela character's father. And I like how his hair turned out in that one, and then these ones, and those ones, and profile practice view. I still need some work on profiles because they look kind of random to me, the way I draw them right now. And this is turnaround concept art of Ida. You may have seen the actual design of her earlier, or different places. And these are just a bunch of, like, very rough thumbnails, like, scribbled stuff with pen thumbnails. I'll probably do, like, I actually want to do an entire video of, like, this one separate sketchbook that's specifically for sketchy pen-only thumbnails like this. And, this little stack of, papers that are also thumbnails. I want to make a separate video for these and that one sketchbook. But anyway, wow, yay, thankfully I managed to make a sketchbook video that's not an hour long, not exactly really that close to it. So, at least my voice isn't dying nearly as much, so anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time on whatever video I make. Bye!